Topping the news at 5:33 years after the racist mass shooting in Buffalo, we welcome on the Buffalo Urban League to talk about their involvement in helping this community heal.
Kenya Hobbs is the Chief Operating Officer of the organization. Kenya, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Glad to be here. Appreciate it.
There is a lot that we have to get to in this interview. Just during that short commercial break, we were talking a little bit about all of the things. So let's get into this day first.
Okay.
Where is your mind on this day as you reflect 3 years ago to that horrific incident in our community?
You know, today was a day of remembrance and really thinking about the impact that has been had on this community and how it's brought us together more, and really seeing that out in the streets today that we are Buffalo strong and folks are really engaged and really wanting to see the neighborhood continue to change and do impactful work.
That day, you immediately sent out FEMA-trained counselors to the Tops on Jefferson. Then, shortly after, you opened the Buffalo Resiliency Center down the street. Tell us about that center and how it's helped people.
Absolutely. So first off, I've got to say that it was the strong leadership of our president and CEO, Thomas Buford, to really help spearhead that effort and initiative and bring in a group of collaborative community-based organizations to ensure that there was help when it was needed on the ground. And I also got to give a shout out to the governor, Governor Hochul, for her tremendous work and providing resources and really helping us out. One of those most impactful resources was the Buffalo United Resiliency Center, or as we'd call it, the Burke. And at the Burke, that has been a place of refuge, a place of community gathering, opportunities for community residents not only to have their social and emotional needs met, but also to have some financial needs met through the services that were provided from the governor's office. I believe we had over $250 million that were allocated to that initiative over the course of these last 3 years. And we're winding that down, but we're still working in an effort to make sure that the community is in a strong and stable place as we move forward.
The Buffalo Urban League is also putting its money where its mouth is, especially in terms of its mission, moving its headquarters from downtown to the east side.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that move and why the organization felt like it was time to do that.
Dave, we are thrilled about that move for this reason. We want to see the revitalization of Jefferson Avenue. And we recognize that this is an opportunity to have a real tangible impact in the community. And so we want our services to be able to be there because we want to be a part of that revitalization and renaissance of Jefferson Avenue, and really to have it display Black excellence all the way through. So we're thrilled to be moving there.
For once, or not for once, but for the first time maybe, I am kind of seeing that big change that could be happening in that area. We just announced this week that is where the memorial will also be built. There are 18 parcels of land that the city and private entities came together to donate and come together to build that large memorial. That's exactly where you're also building a $25 million new headquarters. Talk about, and that's where Johnny B. Wiley is as well. Talk about that corner. When this is all done, what that will look like.
So there's such a synergy that's happening in the neighborhood because, as you mentioned, the memorial site will go up. And we're a collaborative partner with the 514 Commission that's working on that and making sure that we get that moving forward. And then you've got the Johnny B. Wiley Stadium, that's an anchor institution in the community right across the street from the parcels that the Buffalo Urban League has acquired. There's Say Yes Buffalo. So there's just this synergistic move that's happening. And we're thrilled to be a part of that because what we'll be able to bring to the community is an opportunity for more workforce development training, more entrepreneurial opportunities that will be impacting the community residents and creating a pipeline for new businesses to grow and develop. And we want to be a part of that and provide them with the necessary resources and skill sets to keep them sustainable and to help elevate the community at large.
We also have another really exciting announcement to make, or at least an announcement of the announcement, if you will. If you recall, around the time, in the wake of the tragedy of 514, millions of dollars was donated to several community organizations. Kenya, you're here to talk to us a little bit about a big update for that process. What is that process and what's your update?
Absolutely. So the Buffalo Together Fund has been authorized for millions of dollars to be able to go out to community-based organizations. The co-chairs of that initiative are our president and CEO, Thomas Buford, as well as Dr. Levon Ansari, who's with the Community Health Center of Buffalo. And I was down at the memorial today, and we were having a conversation about the fact that the announcement for those community-based organizations and other businesses that are going to receive the dollars are going to be announced either, if not today, I believe it's tomorrow that announcement is coming. So you'll be able to hear about all the good that these dollars will serve and being able to help generate additional dollars in the economy and really serve as an impetus to ignite continual development in that region.
Wow.
It's huge.
I think a lot of people are saying we haven't seen a lot of change. Well,
Yeah.
just now talking to you, I think that change is coming.
Change is absolutely coming, and we are thrilled to be a part of it. We know that we're one organization, but we've been a collaborator and really a convener of multiple organizations throughout the city of Buffalo, really targeted and focused on making sure that we make a strong impact for this community because they're so deserving of it, and it's time. And we know that Buffalo Together, we really believe in that whole emphasis of we are Buffalo Strong, and the Buffalo Urban League has always been about empowering people and moving folks forward.
Kenya, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it, and we appreciate what the Buffalo Urban League does for this community.
Thank you so much, Dave and Chelsea. I appreciate you giving us the time.
Thanks, Kenya.